So for the arms, I'm going to pull my watch off real quick. All right, so for here what we can do is I can start with our wrists. We can roll the circles of the wrist out. You can hear it's crunchy. Roll the wrist in. Okay. Go here, flex fast, squeeze open, squeeze open. You can feel those muscles get really tired really quick. So this is good for grabbing, right? Open fingers, okay? And you'll feel just doing that already, those small muscles in our forearms start getting really hot. So now I can come here, I'm going to take my arms together, my hands together, and keeping contact with my hands or the back of my wrist, I'm going to do a roll, a ring around my wrist line, okay, around that joint. So here we'll come down first, so I'm going to touch my thumbs, the outside of my thumbs, the back of my wrists are now coming together. If I need to, I can open my elbows up. I'm going to roll my hands in, touch my palms, and come in. So I come here, like that. Okay? The more flexible I get, the less I need to move my elbows and my shoulders. I'm going to come back the other way, keeping that contact, pressing my hands together. Okay, good. Now we're going to go, and now we're going to try to bring our arms together at the elbows. Same thing, going to try to touch, okay? Come in, rotate, but now I'm focused more on keeping my elbows in tight, okay, which again comes into our shoulders and our elbows, right, where before I allowed my elbows to be out nice and wide, I was just focused on my wrist. Now I'm trying to keep those elbows in tight while I'm doing that. So again, hands together, same concept with my hands, but before my elbows were wide, not a big deal. Now I try to keep my elbows in tight. Okay, I come in, my hands are touching, right? I'm almost keeping my forearms intact. Here, my elbows get wide, but I'm pushing in. Bringing them out, rolling them in, and when I'm getting to here, I'm pulling those elbows in. You're going to feel a lot in your shoulders, okay? So, next I'm going to do here is I can do my shoulder rolls. So I can come here, come up, okay, hips stay tight. Open those palms up, I'm reaching out, coming in, right? If I want, I can cross my arms, bring it up tight, stomach is still engaged from that arching that back. Come the opposite direction, palms forward, thumbs up, back of palms out, okay? Come in. From here, and you can do like 5 of each of these. So here, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll, bring my shoulders up like I'm trying to touch my ears, and bring them down. Up, push back, pull down, push forward, bring up, right? When I get to here, I'm literally pulling my shoulders down and back. Okay, lifting them up, rolling them down and back. Here, we'll switch the opposite direction. I come up, push them forward, bring them down, back, up, forward. So if I had a pen off the tip of my shoulder, I'm drawing a circle on the wall. If I was standing next to the wall, I'd draw a circle on the wall. So I should feel my collarbone coming up off my ribs. Okay? Now, here's one that's tricky. Okay, you ready for a challenge? So now I'm going to come up, lift both shoulders up, and now one shoulder is going to go forward, one shoulder is going to go back, and we're going to do opposite direction circles. So one's drawing a circle forward, one's drawing a circle backwards. Good. Again, bring them both up. One goes forward, the other goes backwards. Try not to twist your torso. Try just to move the shoulders. Good. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to do a circle. So if I had a pen on the top of my shoulder, I'm trying to draw a circle in the ceiling. Smaller movement, but I'm pushing that shoulder out of the socket, reaching out, right? Again, trying not to move that torso. I can do 5 like each way. Come out, right? And then come out, go forward. And these are the ones we can do standing. We have a whole other sequence laying on the ground. So now I can shake it out, okay? And now, to kind of tie them all together, a lot of times if I'm doing a warm-up, like let's say I had music playing or something like that, where I would be shadow boxing, I can essentially do a lot of my shadow boxing, and I can start moving, I start putting a little bit of turn in my hips, okay? I can come here, right? I can turn my foot, again, making like that circle, doing some of those freaking Elvis moves, okay? Right? Just trying to loosen up these joints. I can start turning my hips, so my chest stays here, but my hips are turning underneath, right? And then I can keep my hips here, and I can start doing that shoulder drill, right? Where I'm rolling these shoulders, just as if I was punching, but I'm not punching yet, okay? So here, I'm starting to move, okay? I can start doing some of the torso drills, where I'm moving, right? And I start getting some of the flow in here, and then I can start throwing in my shoulders. So I can do my shoulder rolls while I'm doing this. This could be an uppercut, overhand uppercut, right? So this can then translate into my fighting, but for right now, I can work it into my movement. But after I do my warm-up, I might do a little bit of the shadow boxing, but not so much focused on the punches and the knees and kicks. I'm more focused on the movement in my joints, in my legs, my hips, the rotation of my torso, right? Yeah. So this is nice too. Sometimes when I have music on, especially like rap music or something like that,